Hey guys, welcome back. Yes, in this video, I will be trying to solve the rest of the centers and possibly maybe the first 4 edges. Hopefully, by the next video, I should have this one finished. This is taking a little bit longer than I expected. You know, I try to get at least 3 videos per solve. But I feel that this one and the upcoming video that I'll be doing later, the 8x8, you know, those will be a little bit longer. I have a feeling the 8x8 might be several more parts than this one. So, now, if you've seen the last video, I mentioned that in this video I'll probably be talking about how I got into solving Rubik's cubes. So, as speed go, yeah, that's real smart. As I, solve the rest of these centers, that's what I'll be discussing. Alright, so here we go. So my brother-in-law, this was back in 2006, maybe early 2007. My brother-in-law used to give me rides to work, and he bought a Rubik's Cube, and he used to have it in his car. And so on the way to work and on the way home from work, I would actually try and solve it myself. The most I could do was on a regular 3x3, was get one face. Get all that in one. I was able to get the white, no problem. But I couldn't figure out how to get the rest of them. Ew. Oh, that's disgusting. Sorry about that. But I couldn't figure out how to get the rest of them. So, I kept trying and trying, on the way to work, on the way home. I finally got to the point where I asked him if I could borrow his Rubik's Cube. And so I kept trying at home, couldn't get it done. I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm going to learn how to solve this. And so what I did was I went online, went to Google, typed in how to solve a Rubik's Cube. And I saw a series of videos that were how to solve a Rubik's Cube in under a minute. And so I watched them over and over. I wrote down all the moves, all the algorithms. I learned everything to the point where I was able to solve it. And like halfway through learning to solve it, I finally broke down. I went to Target, which is the one I currently work at, which is kind of weird. But I went there, we got the blue center done. So I went there and I bought my own Rubik's Cube. Gave him back his, and I just kept learning, kept watching the videos over and over. I was determined to be able to solve it. I always thought, in one episode of The Simpsons, the episode where Homer finds out that he has a crayon shoved up his nose and into his brain. Once he removes once he removes the crayon, he's sitting there on the couch with a basket full of Rubik's Cubes, and he's solving them like nothing. I was, as most of the general public will it's portrayed, solving Rubik's Cubes is portrayed as only for those who are very intelligent. Only the really smart people could do it. I was a C, D, and F student, really. I got A's in a bit, every now and then in a class, but usually it was C, D's, and F's. And I'm solving a Rubik's Cube. So if you have the will to do it, if you want to learn how to do it, just set aside some time. Watch some videos, watch tutorials, and you will you will learn how to solve it. Try and get these memorized. So that's pretty much how I got into it, and it just escalated from the 3x3. I was online and I was like, you know, okay, oh wow, there's a 4x4, so I bought the 4x4. When I learned how to solve that, I was like, oh, there's a 5x5? Okay, cool. I learned how to solve the 5x5. And then I went, oh, by the way, we have solved all the centers. So, and then after the 5x5, you know, somewhere in between, you know, the 4x4, 5x5, I realized that there was a 2x2. Bought that, tried, you know, learned how to solve that, and it just escalated. So, if you notice in the thumbnail, there's that for this video, actually for the 5x5 video, the thumbnail is a picture of a bunch of Rubik's Cubes. That was my, that's an outdated collection, you know, photo that I took. I wanted to get a photo of my entire Rubik's Cube collection. It's expanded a bit, not too much, but some. And anyways, that's how it escalated. That's how much I have, how many I have. So that's pretty much how I got into it. You know, I was just determined to learn how to solve it. I love doing this. You know, I sit here, watch YouTube videos and just solve Rubik's Cubes over and over. And when I can afford it, I try and buy different ones. Like eventually, I would like to get the 9x9 that's out. I would love that. Even the 10x10. So, well, right now I am trying to get the white edges done. So, wow, I can't believe it's already been about 7:10, over 7 minutes. So, yeah, just if you guys want to learn how to solve this, just go on YouTube. You know, don't be ashamed that you learned from YouTube, because somebody, you know, you gotta learn somewhere. You gotta learn it from somewhere. You know, if you learn to solve these on your own without YouTube, congratulations, man. That's impressive. You know, it's funny. I took a couple of these to work, and people, you know, the reaction is just like, wow, you can do it? I could never do that. When, you know, if you have that kind of mentality, yeah, it'd be a little harder to solve them. But if you think you can do it, you can. You know, don't mean to get all inspirational on this video. It's just, you know what they say, if you think it, you can do it. You really can. If you just sit there and with pure determination that you're gonna do something, you can do it. So that's enough of that inspirational crap. And that solved our cross. Whoa. Oh, what? This is what happens. Look at this. This is what happens when I don't pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay, let's try and get all this organized. Oh, there we go. Okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Anyways, I'm going to end it here. And the next part, I will try and get the rest of the edges done, and hopefully get it through with solving it as the 3x3. I hope that I don't run into the parody, the infamous, horrible parody that can happen with solving it with the traditional method. So, if you enjoyed this video, enjoyed my little, the little history that I gave about me solving it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know, check out all my other videos. I do have a 3x3, 4x4, and 5x5 tutorial. You know, not tutorials, but solves. Just me blabbing about how I do it a bit, you know, not too much detail. You know, check those out. And if you like podcasts that are hilariously funny, you know, come join me, you know, watch, you don't have to actually watch, you can watch/listen to Incoherent Ramblings. It's just me and my coworker just being ourselves. So it's funny, it's kind of out there, weird, just watch it. It's awesome. So from Incoherent Ramblings, this is Larry. And this is part 2 of, this was part 2, I think, part 3, part 4. I honestly don't even remember. I've done so many of these. But this is, you know, the traditional method of solving the 6x6. Hope you enjoy. Love you.